Welcome to another podcast of the FRM Carroll County United, where we're working on rebuilding community and preparing the next generation. So today, I posted the podcast, of course. So if you're watching this, then I made this yesterday, of course. But we got a comment from Miss Michelle Dothart. Excuse me if I said the name wrong. I apologize. But you said you right. Help guide these parents, and I'll leave a screenshot right there. These parents, because some of us was raised differently, but a change is definitely a need. I enjoy watching your videos. Started following yesterday. You speaking to the parents, because Jesus is directing you to them. We must pay attention. Education, respect, dignity, embracing each other, and helping each other. Period. And you know, as I was reading this comment, you stated that help guide these parents because some of us was raised differently. And I agree with you 100%. And I believe that's what makes us so unique as a community, because everyone was raised so differently, right? So when we think of, in the seven principles of Kwanzaa, right? And I was just studying them, it happened to play out like this. One of the principles is umoja, UMOJA, unity. And that's something that's very imperative, you know, that we understand this unity and what makes us different within this unit, you know, because let's say we have somebody who's dealing with tons of traumatic events in their life, right? And then you have someone who has healed from tons of traumatic events, right? Well, when we start preaching this unity, then someone who's on the positive side of the spectrum, they can help someone who's trying to get on that side as well, right? And then another thing, Malcolm X said, you can't condemn a man for where he's at when you was once there. That's what we also have to understand. Like, just because we see somebody who we consider ignorant or is moving in a way that we don't necessarily appreciate, we must understand that we was once there. Even if theirs may be a little more absurd, a little more over the line, you know what I'm saying? But we have to understand that we was once in their position to where we didn't care about nothing, where we didn't care about life, and we didn't understand life. It's not even necessarily that we don't care, it's that we don't understand. You see? That's how we're going to put our differences to the side. And for the parents, if you have kids, I think it's imperative for you, if you have a child right now living in Carroll County, or if they out in the world, it's time for you to start changing. Because in order for your child to change, they got to see change first. You can't expect them to change and then you still doing things the same way. So if you truly want this change for yourself, for this community, like you say you do, it's time for you to actually start changing and start like appreciating yourself. I'm working on a book right now. I got a lot of different projects I'm working on, but on a book, and I said we need to start teaching self-love instead of materialistic hate. We need to start teaching self-love instead of materialistic hate. What does that mean, Xantavius? What that means is we need to start loving ourselves and stop hating ourselves by buying all this materialistic stuff, all these materialistic things, and not loving who we are truly. Because if you watch that live, and I'm gonna keep referring to it because that's how a lot of y'all are becoming aware of this young brother who's on his mission. I'm discovering my life task and I'm making it happen, right? If you was on that live, I said that we have too many people hiding behind materialistic things. We have too many people who don't truly know who they are. And what makes it so crazy, or to me, is that when we all go to sleep, like I stated on the live, we all the same. We all the same. No matter what you sleep in, we all reach a certain realm of consciousness that makes us, that puts us on the same realm. We all reach that little dream state, you know, whatever it is, you know? And then, so like, just imagine, like, in a lot of our dreams and stuff be our thoughts and how we feel about ourselves and things of that nature. So imagine if you was to pour into yourself before you go to sleep. Truly, you go in the mirror and you say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Eventually you'll start loving yourself. And parents, I know y'all a little older, but I hope that y'all can hear me, hear the sincere, the sincere whatever approach that I'm trying to give to y'all, so y'all can really understand. Like, it's time for us to heal. Like, it's time for us to put down the outside sources, and you know what I mean, and like really face ourselves and like get a better understanding of who we are, so like we can be better for our kids. And I actually have a paper. My elder up here in my city that I live in. Um, an elder gave me a paper. Give me a second. Right, and the paper is called "The Man in the Glass," and it says, "When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you keen for a day, just go to a mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father, your mother, or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. Some people may think you're a straight shooting chum and call you a wonderful guy, but the man in the glass says you're only a bum if you can't look him straight in the eye. He's the fellow to please. Never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear up to the end, and you've passed your most dangerous, difficult test. If the man in the glass is your friend, you may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartaches and tears if you cheated the man in the glass. See, the thing is, you can't lie to that man in that glass. You can't lie to that queen in that glass. You can't lie to that king in that glass. The person behind that mirror, you materialistic, you got all that, right? You everybody giving you your pats on the back, everybody's telling you how proud of you they are. But on the other side of that, that person know every single thing about you. That person know what you hide, and that person know how you really truly feel about yourself. That person know what all you had to experience, all that, and how you really truly feel about those events, not what you tell people. That person in the glass knows everything about you. So what would be the best way to start creating change in your life? By starting with that person. By starting with that person. How many of us have really like picked up our phone and picked up a mirror and turned the camera on us and said, bro, I love you. I truly love you. Xantavier's grandma, I love you. How many of us have done that? It's time. It's time. So yes, we're going to start with parents, and that's another thing. Like, I'm not just going to forget about the parents, especially like most of my videos when I post on Facebook and things of that nature, it'll be for the parents, you know. But we must admit the most important is the youth. But the thing is, see, we older, we more wise and things of that nature. I hope so, you know. So we're able to like create this change within ourselves a little quicker. But these kids going through they're going through 3 different developmental stages, as I spoke about, right? You got the 0 to 9, and then you got the 9 to 13, and then 13 to 18. As they get older, their peer pressure rises. So what does that mean? That goes back to the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, right? The community, the Kumba. We gotta be teaching that community. Because think about it. Let's say family 1 is raising their young king, their young queens to respect themselves, love themselves, and things of that nature, right? And then you got family 2, who's not doing anything with their kids, who just sending the kids off to play sports, letting their kids run outside in the neighborhoods all day long, let them sit around, no job, things of that nature. And then 1 and 2 mingle, and they go to the same schoolhouse, right? Well, eventually, either 2 things can happen. Either 1 can pull 2 up and start teaching him that self-love, that self-determination, that self-respect, that seeking for purpose, or you can get family 2 who pull family 1 up to his way of thinking. Life just a game. Ain't nothing special to this life. Don't nothing else matter to me except me. And not even the real me, because I haven't really sat with myself. So I really don't know what I want in this life. I don't even know what self-determination is. I don't even know what self-respect is. I don't even know what it means to even have a purpose. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's imperative for us as a community to start doing our work in the house, because that's where it starts. You got to, when it comes to who has the most influence on a child, first it's the house. And I do believe as they get older, that peer pressure start running, boom, boom. But eventually a child gonna return to what they know, right? So if you raise them through that 0 to 9, then you will be all right. But listen, see, that's why I gotta have notes to like keep me on track. I'm gonna do better at that going forward. I'll have my key points, because if not, I just get lost. But yeah, that's why it's imperative though for us to teach these things, because I definitely lost where I was going. But to teach these things to our children. Okay, boom, that's where I was going. So what has the most influence on our kids is, number one, the household. Number two, peer pressure. Number three will be like TV, social media. And then, like school systems and things of that nature, right? So it's imperative. Well, it's in today's world, but it may be, them numbers might switch with social media going on, because we buying our kids iPads and tablets at a young age and let them just sit on there scrolling all day. Do you not know? I just told you that the key development is ages 0 to 9. This is when you want to instill everything you want to instill in your child at these ages. Everything. You want to instill, you a king, you a queen. Teach them how to read. Teach them how to do mathematics. Teach them about finances. Teach them about all these things. But it's no worries, though. It's no worries. I don't condemn y'all. I promise you, I'm a help y'all. We gonna help each other. Y'all gonna help me. Y'all tell me what y'all want, what y'all need the masses to know, to understand, and I'm gonna be sure that I do the best I can to push that out to everybody in the community, right? But we got to start teaching these things, because we putting this device in front of our child, and this is only a distraction. What we have to understand is, like right now, I'm spending my time doing something that I'm in flow state, because this is my purpose. This is what I love to do. Like this is my calling, correct? But we giving our child this thing right here, which takes years off of your life. Just think about it like this, right? In your week, you get a certain amount of hours in a week. Let's see right quick. How many hours are in a week?
1 week is 168 hours.
168 hours in a week, right? And then we allowing our kids to wake up on their devices, go to sleep, stay asleep all. And I used to do it while I was young, but look, stay up all night on their video games, wake up, sleep for 8 hours, and then wake up and do it all over again. No development is happening between these stages. And when they at school, bro, it's like this, the teacher has to teach what she has to teach, She don't have time to like truly sit down and spend as much time as she need to with these kids. And that's why you necessarily really can't blame it, even though it's like, certain systematic stuff, systematic stuff going on, right? You still can't necessarily blame these teachers, because it started at home. The teacher is like a fourth on the influence of the child. You be happy if you get a teacher who step in and like really step up for your child, applaud that. But why are you looking for outside sources to step up for your child? You need to step up for your household first. And stop posting these fake social media things and stuff like that, and really fix what you got going on in your household, so that we can be better for the community. We can be better for unity. Because in order for us to come together and like really do what we want to do, as far as like build these young kings and queens up, we got to build ourselves up first. And that's the number one thing. This video 15 minutes. I'm trying to think of a saying, because I'm gonna wake up every morning and I'm gonna shoot a podcast before I go to class, because I'm about to start going back to classes on Tuesday. So I'm gonna wake up early morning and I'm gonna shoot a podcast and I'm gonna post it on here. Right now the podcast is called FRM Carroll County. I'm tripping. FRM Carroll County Unite, right? And then building a strong community and rebuilding our youth, things of that nature, right? But I want to have a saying where we get on here and we say it together. And I'm going to be sure to create that saying. Give me like a few days. Knowing me, I'll probably have it done before the next podcast. So this podcast was for the parents. Yeah, man. I'm excited to continue to go on this journey with y'all, and as we continue to grow and learn more about not each other first, but like ourselves first, and then each other secondly. Because in order for us to fix what we got going on, we got to do some self discovery. We can't just come together and everybody still got their oohs and woos and they got to work through. We got to work on ourselves first, and then we can come together. So thank y'all for watching this video, man. I truly appreciate it. It's been a good one, and it's a lot of points that I can touch on, but it's gonna be hard to fit it into 15-minute episodes, and then eventually the episode's only gonna be 10 minutes, so that y'all can watch them. It shouldn't be an excuse why you're not coming on here getting free game. That's what, 3 songs? Instead of 3 songs, come on here, listen to some of this positive information that you can be listening to. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for watching FRM Carroll County Unite, where we're working on rebuilding our community and preparing the next generation for success. FRM 5L, family really matters. Forever remain motivated. Motivated is we make motivation last. We make motivation last by doing 3 things: build up our discipline, build up our consistency, and build up our purpose. Because everything gonna start with that motivation, but to make it last, you gotta start building. So y'all have a great rest of y'all day, man. Today has been a beautiful podcast, and I'm looking forward to continue to do this. And as we grow, they didn't build the Golden State Bridge overnight, you know what I'm saying? But now it's a beautiful, big, tall, strong, standing bridge. And we got to feel the same about our community. We bridging the gaps between that. And text somebody today. If you know you made somebody upset and it's been years since y'all spoke, text them and ask for their forgiveness. And and understand that you're not forgiving them for them. You forgiving them for yourself. You forgiving them for you. Because you love yourself and you don't want no baggage on you. You don't want no dirty energy on you. You don't want no dirty baggage on you. You see what I'm saying? So it's time, Carroll County. Let's unite. Let's really make this happen. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man, and make today a great day. Make sure it's a great day. And if you got your young kings or queens near you, man, give them a hug, give them a kiss on the forehead, and look them in their eyes and their soul, and tell them that you love them. And when you tell them, and you're done telling them that you love them, make sure you say FRM. That's all you got to say to them.